Three big takeaways from the charging document. The entire incident was captured on video. There was an eyewitness, and Corporal Maher Husseini and Atir Muradi had a conversation in a parking lot right before the shooting. Police say Husseini's SUV was equipped with cameras that captured Muradi shooting him first through the driver's side window, leaving, then coming back and shooting him through the passenger side window. Corporal Husseini was shot 13 times, according to police. Before the shooting, police said Husseini's cameras captured Muradi walking up to his SUV in the parking lot that has the same address as Husseini's private security business. Detectives write, the camera observed Muradi walk up to Husseini and observed Husseini and Muradi shake hands and have a cordial interaction. Investigators don't say what that conversation was about, but write the two talked for several minutes before Husseini drives off. Then Muradi gets in his car and follows Husseini to the red light where he shoots him, and there was an eyewitness. Police write a woman was stopped at the same light and saw Muradi get out of his car and shoot Husseini. She stated the suspect made eye contact with her before getting back in his vehicle and moving it into a parking lot close by while the traffic light was still red. Police say after pulling into the parking lot, Muradi got out and walked back over to Husseini's SUV and shot him several more times. Muradi was then tracked to Galveston, where he drove his car into the bay, trying to get away from police. Muradi resisted officers who plucked him from the water and was bit by a canine before they were able to get the handcuffs on him. Muradi was charged with evading arrest in Galveston County and went before a magistrate this morning on that charge. He mumbled something about being on the run for 2 years and fearing for his life before asking for a court-appointed attorney and a doctor. He was denied bond. Now that he's charged in Harris County, he is expected to be brought back to Harris County Jail in the next couple of days. What is not in these charging documents is a motive. We do know both men were in the world of private security. Husseini had a company that was still operating, while Muradi had 3 companies that all went belly up. But it's not known if that had anything to do with the shooting. You also notice Muradi was charged with murder and not capital murder of a peace officer. The district attorney's office is not yet commenting on the charges. We do know Corporal Husseini was off duty at the time of his murder. Former prosecutor and now defense attorney Murray Newman says that may be a factor.
It's not a matter of his status as a police officer, it's a matter of whether or not he's doing his job as a police officer. So in this case, just because he knew he was a police officer and killed him anyway, it doesn't necessarily matter unless it's in the course of that police officer doing his job. If I have a next door neighbor who's a police officer and I don't get along with him and he and I get into an argument and I shoot and kill him, that's not a capital murder. It's a murder, which is still a serious charge, but it's not a capital because that's a personal beef, not something that I did because of his status as a police officer or something that he was doing in the line of duty.
Of course, charges can change as investigators learn new information, but it's too early to know if that will happen here. Live in the newsroom, Robert Arnold, KPRC 2 News.